心与意，意与气，气与力，手与足，肘与膝，肩与胯，这就是少林功夫讲究的六合。
Bruce Lee's one-inch punch has intrigued and inspired martial artists the world over for decades now. The sheer amount of chi or power packed into such a short distance is indeed remarkable. As amazing as this was, wouldn't it be awesome if we could recreate it today? This is Acharya Raghu, 60-year-old Shaolin Grandmaster and Hatha Yogi. And he is about to do something incredible. Quite a sight, isn't it? But we didn't want to restrict ourselves with recreating this iconic moment. No, we wanted to delve deeper. So join us as we go behind the scenes to explore and understand the practices, the effort, the training, the hardships and pain, and the elements required in the pursuit of chi. Acharya Raghu, what are your views on the one-inch punch?
The one-inch punch or the palm heel strike are just like a tip of an iceberg, I can say. But what you don't see, what is hidden and what is lying underneath that, is a tremendous amount of hard work and practices.
And what does it take to make this happen? What are the practices that one must undertake?
When you wanted to develop a perfect one-inch punch, doing alone the number of one-inch punches is not sufficient. Along with that, you need to develop number of other ingredients to reinforce or to strengthen your one-inch punch. Like the Wai Kung Fu, which is called the external Kung Fu, external hard Kung Fu. The Nai Kung, which means the soft or internal Kung Fu. You require to develop both. In this, in the external thing, like as you see, the speed and the acceleration, your ability to switch on and off. Now next comes the explosive strength, then followed by the maximum strength. Then you need to condition your fist to withstand, maybe that when you're attacking an opponent or when you're breaking very hard objects, maybe bricks, tiles or whatever it is, you need to condition your fist. Then in the softer Kung Fu, as I said, the Nai Kung, we need to develop internal biomechanics. For what? Internal biomechanics. One is that the oneness of mind. We need to focus the energy to a certain point. Next, the B, we need to have the ease. All these things together results in building up of your chi. Building up of your chi ultimately.
Let us now look into each of the elements. Speed is an integral component to deliver an effective 1-inch punch. To generate that much power in such a short distance, you need to be quick. Very quick. Lightning quick. Missed that, didn't you? So let's watch it again, slowed down 10 times. And back to regular speed, so you can miss it again. So how fast are these movements? The distance the hand needs to cover is roughly 2.2 feet one way or 4.5 feet both ways. And the time it takes? Just a mere 0.24 seconds. Blink and you miss it. But speed alone isn't good enough. Your chi needs to explode. What is explosive strength? Let's find out.
When you're delivering 1-inch punch, neither you have a distance nor you have time. So in a limited distance, in a limited time, ability to deliver your punch, there comes the acceleration. For example, get me the book. Now he's here. Now what happens is, now once I have a distance, this much of distance, now I can swing, I can then just go there, right? So I can swing. But if I don't have a distance, I have a minimum distance, then I have to explode for the acceleration with minimum distance, minimum time, maximum impact. That's where comes the acceleration. So, my ability to switch on and off, on and off, on off, on off, and off. 1, 2, 3. Here comes your acceleration.
Along with explosive strength, there's another critical factor without which you might injure yourself, especially if you try something like this. What you need is conditioning. When you're directing all your power or chi into such a movement on an object like a brick or a tile, the impact on your hand can be severe. This is more so the case with hardened, serrated and corrugated clay roof tiles, which can shatter in a way that they leave sharp edges that can pierce your skin. How can you avoid this? Strengthen your fist. is to transform your hand into an iron fist, one that stops at nothing. Of course, all of this helps you transfer your chi. But first, you need to build it.
The maximum strength means that your ability to overpower, like for example, is not only one man, now I have another person behind him. Now I wanted to deliver in a minimum distance. Then I need to have that when I wanted to pin down an opponent, I need to have that maximum strength of an elephant strength.
So how can this maximum strength be developed?
The maximum strength that you particularly here we are going to deliver it into your punch.
Right.
When you wanted to develop it, since the strength is traveling from your upper body, from your lattice, from your deltoids and to your fist, here we have to strengthen our upper body. One of the best exercise that develops your maximum strength being the push-ups.
The elements covered so far are part of hard Kung Fu. But a critical part in the pursuit of Chi is Nai Kung or soft Kung Fu, without which channeling your Chi becomes near impossible. Nai Kung is important because it helps reduce internal resistance against the flow of Chi. If you want to focus all your energy into one area, you need to gather it. It needs to flow. Chi generated from each cell coalesces into a bubbling stream, a gushing river, and finally an explosion of power. So you now have 5 elements across hard and soft Kung Fu. Put them together, practice them, and what do you get? Acharya Raghu, we have seen the elements and the training required for the 1-inch punch. So if someone were to practice these for over 40 years like you have, will they be able to do it?
Definitely to a certain extent. But these related practices also can give you a good health, good chi, and finally a good life. But remember, as it is told, an inferior mimics a movement and a mediocre practices a movement, but whereas it's wise and superior who concentrates on building chi. So following in the footsteps of elders, I am more concerned in building chi rather than developing a 1-inch punch.
That is interesting. So, are you saying your goal has never been to master the 1-inch punch?
No.